He's inside.
Ooh, well, he's going to have to hang on a little bit longer. I wasn't able to get in touch with Uncle Trevor
you're
yet.
too late. Ryan is giving it up to the boys in blue.
They're questioning.
What?
As we speak.
Wait, he can't give a statement yet.
He can, and he is.
But he doesn't have a lawyer.
Doesn't need one. He can handle himself.
Jackson there?
Where else?
Oh, man, this is just great. He's being interrogated by the victim's older brother. One wrong word from Ryan. I don't have a good feeling about this.
And I have kissed my share of women, believe me. But generally, they do not leave me doubled over begging for oxygen. Anyway, I explained to her that she can't come back to my place, and she was very cool with that. She said she had a place at the Pine Valley Inn, and she even went as far as to say that she has a nice big bed. It was very clear what she wanted.
Could you be more specific?
Sex.
She wanted to sleep with you.
Well, she didn't want to discuss decorating tips.
Did you go?
No. She wanted to stay. She wanted to dance and have some drinks, so we went back to the dance floor, and she was all over me again. Hands everywhere, massaging me, grabbing me. The way she was moving her body was as if she wanted to do it right there on the dance floor in front of everybody. Hey, maybe that's her thing.
Hey, you stick to the facts.
These
You
are
follow
the
me?
facts.
So you were dancing.
Yes, we were dancing, and then Kit stopped. I was like, hey, maybe this is my cue to get her out of here, you know. So I suggested, let's go find that big bed she'd been talking about. But she pulled a 180. She changed her mind. And when I went to find out what was going on, what was wrong, she pushed me
him away. And then he tried to talk me into it. And when I wouldn't give in, he just blew up. And he said I was no better than Jillian, a slut in a tight skirt and high heels. And I told him I didn't know who that was, Jillian. And I didn't care. I turned away, and he stormed off.
In a way, I guess I was relieved. I mean, my life is complicated enough. So I left the bar, I got in my car, I drove away, end of statement. I did not see Kit Fisher again until tonight at Wildwood.
I was relieved when he left. I had a drink, a big one. I was gone by then. And the bartender, he pulled the plug on me, and he called me a cab. So I went outside to get some fresh air and to wait for the cab. And that was when...
It's all right, kid. It's all right. You can tell me.
I'm sorry. I can't. Sorry.
You're doing fine, kid. Don't stop.
I'm sorry. I
I
can't.
need to know everything that happened. I need to know, kid. I have to know. Please. Please try. You were in the parking lot. You were waiting for a cab.
I saw a man. He was wearing a mask. That Wolfman mask. I walked away from him. He followed me and he grabbed me. He put his hands on my shoulders and he turned me around. It felt like 1,000 pounds of pressure. But I forced him away. When I told him to stop, he laughed at me. He said I was gonna get it. I wanted it and I was gonna get it. He was gonna give it to me. And then he pushed up against me, and he pinned me against a wall or a car, or I don't know. It was dark. And then he pushed me to the ground. And he raped me.
Did you fight him?
No. I knew I should have. I knew I should fight him or scratch him. But I couldn't. There was like this disconnect between my brain and my hands. Nothing worked. It's the scotch. That's probably why it was scotch.
Did you see his face?
No. It was dark, and he was wearing the mask.
Then how did you know it was Ryan?
The mask. It was the same mask. He wore it in the bar to scare me. And then I threw it at him right before he left. He had it in his hands when he walked out of the bar.
Okay. Listen, bear with me, Kate. It's possible somebody else could have picked up the mask, right? I mean, it was Halloween. There were a lot of werewolf masks.
It was Ryan.
But how do you know if you didn't see his face?
I didn't have to see his aftershave. It was Ryan's. God. I will never forget that smell as long as I live. And he said, and in the bar, just out of the blue, he said, "Score one for the kid." Yeah, that's it. And he said it again outside. "Score one for the kid." Right before he raped me.
So you're saying you didn't have sex with her, consensual or otherwise?
That is exactly what I'm saying.
So tell me something, Lavery. Why would you tell your wife that you had scored with this blonde? Now, that sounds like sex to me.
That was a lie.
What about your wife's boyfriend? I bet that's not a lie.
Jillian and I had a fight. She was seeing someone else. I was ticked off, so I made up this whole thing about a blonde girl. Okay, that's how Jillian and I are. I needle her, she stabs me. We're just one small unhappy family.
Come on, what are you waiting for? Call the governor, tell him to free Ryan.
Jillian, I can't help you.
Of course you can help me. You're on intimate terms with a man. You've been inside his chest with that bipolar operation.
Bypass
Okay,
operation.
whatever. Just tell him you'll undo every stitch if he doesn't cooperate.
There's no point in contacting the governor right now. Ryan hasn't been convicted of anything.
Okay, fine, I'll call him. I'll tell him how close the two of us are, and if he knows that, then he'll know how important Ryan is to me. What's his number?
No, okay, Jillian, stop, okay, please. All right, look, I'm sorry. Honestly, I would like to help you and Ryan, but I can't take the pain.
Pain? Are you sick?
I'm heartsick, Jillian. I am heartsick that I care so deeply for you. Yet you love Ryan. Frankly, I would have thought that I would have been able to win you over by now, but...
Oh, David.
I mean, look at you, the passion that you feel for him. The sacrifices that you're willing to make for him. I'm sorry, but it cuts me to the quick.
No, say no more, David. I'm so sorry. You know, Ryan is right. I'm nothing but a selfish, spoiled brat. I mean, only I would come to my boyfriend to set my husband free. Can you forgive me, David?
I can forgive you anything, darling. I mean, you are without a doubt the most beautiful, most precious woman that I have ever known. But I can't do what you ask of me. It would destroy me. To help set free the man that keeps you from me? So I guess the real question is, can you forgive me?
So you expect us to believe that you went home and told your wife that you had sex with another woman just to make her jealous?
Not just to make her jealous, to get even with her.
Oh, well, that makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Look, I realize it's lame, but it's all I could come up with.
Well, your wife seems pretty convinced that it's the truth.
Yeah, well, my wife will believe anything that's high drama. Look, I told you guys what happened. I did not do
you
this.
told us a lot of things. Let's just review them, shall we? First of all, you told us that you were angry with your wife, so angry with her that you wanted to hurt her.
Well, most men don't like to be cheated on.
And you were
Lied
mad
to.
at Kit because she wouldn't sleep with you.
Yeah.
How mad? Huh? Mad enough to want to hurt her, too? Mad enough to want to rape her, Lavery?
Kit, why didn't you take Ryan back to the hotel?
You changed my mind. What you said to me right before you left the bar, you thought I was better than this. That Christine was better than this.
I didn't think you heard me.
I tried not to. I tried to shut you up with scotch.
Didn't work.
No. Thank God. I was so hoping you were right. I thought maybe, by pushing Ryan away, that would make you right. But now, now I know better. Edmund, I threw myself in him. I practically begged him to sleep with me. And I guess anybody would say, who could blame the guy? A woman coming on to him that strong. It's probably all my fault.
Don't ever say that again.
You love me, David. How can I hold that against you?
And you forgive me?
Of course I do.
Thanks. That means a lot to me.
David, Jillian,
Hey.
how are you?
You know what? Don't ask. If you'll excuse me, I have something very important to take care of.
Oh, certainly.
Good luck. Hey.
Hey,
So, shall we begin?
didn't mean to interrupt.
Interrupt?
Yeah,
Please.
it seemed pretty intense.
Did it?
Yes, and very familiar. You want to tell me why you were holding hands with Ryan Lavery's wife?
When Jillian was injured during the explosion at Holidays, I helped her. We bonded as doctor-patient, and since then she's felt free enough to come to me to share her problems.
Well, just a warning. She is a walking, talking, barely intelligible disaster area. Do not let her glom onto you, otherwise you're going to be stuck with an annoying Hungarian leech.
I'll remember that. Now, the research.
Thank you.
Prepping for our fertility clinic visit tomorrow.
Some interesting questions.
Hey, if we're going to uncover wrongdoing, we're going to have to ask some very precise questions.
I gotta tell you, I was really gung-ho for this project, but I hope we walk away empty-handed. And I hate to think that the place that I got pregnant was switching sperm donors on unsuspecting women.
Well, if it happened to you, wouldn't you want to know?
Well, I know that this is Jake's baby and nobody's but. But people have dreams for their children. They wish for them brown hair or blue eyes, or they want their kid to be a health nut, sail the 7 seas, discover a cure for AIDS. And I think it's incredibly cruel to destroy women's dreams.
Yeah, I understand, but I do think that we have an obligation to the public to ask the tough questions and get to the truth, don't you?
No, you're right.
Of course I am. I'm always right.
I wouldn't push it if I were you.
So bright and early tomorrow morning?
Yeah. I'll be there.
Good. We'll ask some questions, get some answers, and who knows? Maybe you'll even get to meet the owner.
Chandler. Yes, where the hell have you been? I called you an hour ago. No, I don't want to hear your excuses. I don't have time for them. Listen to me. If anyone I don't care how, when, or where. If anyone starts sniffing around, asking questions about me, I want you to notify me immediately. Is that clear?
Marion is in love with Adam's brother, while Adam is in love with Marion's daughter.
I have never stopped loving you.
Which means Marion might have to take turns being Adam's mother-in-law and sister-in-law.
Well, that's brilliant, darling. So, what'd you think? Ooh, I still have the touch. Bye-bye.
It's been nice getting to know you.